Welcome to day 9 of our summer drawing classes. In today's video, we'll start a beautiful scenery drawing step by step. We'll focus on basic composition and begin shading with the house, grass and tree. Let's begin with a light outline. Draw a small house on the left side using simple shapes. Also add a big tree beside the house. Keep all the lines very light so it's easy to adjust later. You can add a curved path that is flowing towards the bridge. Sketch the bridge and the river on the right side. You can give a basic sketching to the bridge. You can add railings. Draw trees near riverside. Now lightly draw mountains in the background. You can now erase all the extra lines and adjust the lines. You can add some details like windows, grass, stones near the river. Now let's start shading the house. So the light is coming from the right side, so the left side of the house will be darker. So in the inner side of the hut, so it will be always darker. The left side of the house will be darker. Gradually build layers to create a smoother tone. Now we will add details to the roof. Use darker strokes to show some depth and texture. Add small lines to represent those tiles or wooden-like texture. Make sure that roof looks darker than the walls. Shade slowly to build up the darker tone. Take your time. Slow layering gives the better result, so do it very slowly. You can use any blending tool. I have used stencil, and for highlights you can use some eraser. Now slowly start adding details like to the doors, windows. So shade the windows and doors using the darker tones. You can add texture to the door by shading little bit darker with small fine lines. Now shade the windows as well. So windows are also in the darker shade. So you do that the windows are in the darker and add few highlights. Now move to the walls of the house. Start with a very light shading on the wall. Gradually build the layers to create a smoother tone. Make sure the roof looks darker than the walls, and we have to shade the windows and doors using the darker tones. Add shadows under the roof edges to give a 3D effect. Now let's move to the grass area. Use small strokes to create a grass texture. So first you can lightly shade in the circular strokes. Use a stencil. Then you can add a darker tones. Don't use it very flat. Always use uneven strokes to create the grass texture. So you can use some small upward strokes also to create a grass texture. So near the house, make sure that grass is slightly darker. This shows the shadow and the depth. So as you move away, keep the shade very lighter. This creates a natural look. Now we'll shade the fence. So make a clean outline of that. You can start with small shading, light shading. Then you can add some little bit of darker line. So this creates the texture of that wooden fence look. Now let's shade the tree. Start with the trunk. So you have to start with the strong and darker tones to show that tree thickness. So add vertical lines to create some bark textures. So make one side of the tree darker, that is the shadow side, and keep the other side slightly lighter. So you can smudge with the stencil. Do it very slowly. Keep them darker near the trunk and lighter at the ends. Add some small vertical strokes or lines to create some bark-like texture. So you can add a very light near the lighter side and darker side, it will be the dark lines. Now move to the branches slowly. So keep them darker near the trunk, that is where it is attached to the trunk, and lighter at the ends. So you can add some highlights. So use the same texture effect like adding small lines. See to it that you leave some of the highlighted areas because right side is little bit lighter. Create a highlighted texture. Slowly you can dab with an eraser as well. For leaves, use small tapping or scribbling strokes as shown. Do not fill everything evenly, so leave some gaps for highlights. Top area should be lighter and bottom areas will be darker to show the shadow. Layer them slowly and build the depth step by step. You can add small strokes so that you can smudge with your finger to create tree-like texture. So far we have completed the basic sketching of house, grass and tree. In the next part we will continue shading the full scenery.